10 dress code rules everyone in the royal family must follow. Being part of the royal family is an amazing privilege, but it comes with a lot of traditions and rules, some of which even affect the clothes they wear and how they style them. Here are 10 fashion protocols that royals have to follow. Number 1. Natural looking polish only. Forget flashy colors or glittery polishes because natural looking polish is the money of choice for the royal family. Queen Elizabeth II is noted to favor Essie's ballet slippers, a pretty polish with a soft pink hue. According to the Essie website, back in the 1989, the Queen's hairdresser sent the brand a letter requesting a bottle of polish as it is the only color Her Majesty would wear. However, when it comes to the royal tootsies, things may be a little more lenient. The Duchess of Cambridge, sometimes referred to as Princess Kate Middleton, was spotted during eau neutral on her toes when she took off her shoes during a visit to the Gandhi Smriti Museum in India. However, Kate attended a London premiere a few years back, rocking a dark red shade of polish from her peep-toe heels. Perhaps there's a tad more toe wiggle room when it comes to pedicures. Number 2. How to clutch. Meghan Markle will need to learn the subtle art of clutch speak now that she's joining the royal clan. Like its own private language, using one's clutch is the key to getting out of awkward social moments and so much more. For example, Queen Elizabeth uses her clutch to signal everything when she wants to leave an event to when she needs to be saved from a tiresome conversation. If that clutch is down at her side, it might be time to go. Lady Diana Spencer was known to use her clutch as a clever way to block her cleavage from photographers when disembarking from vehicles. Number 3. Gloves are for germaphobes. Up until the 90s, gloves were still a common accessory for the royal family. Although according to Vogue, former deputy editor Anna Harvey, she once ordered a dozen suede gloves for Diana, but she never wore them. She wanted flesh-to-flesh contact, Harvey said. Today's gloves are no longer necessary at back-tie events, but the Queen still favors them, especially if she has to shake a lot of hands. If you were to don a pair of gloves for a royal event, take note of these rules according to bustle.com. Wear them en route to the event, when shaking someone's hand, standing in a receiving line, or dancing. You have to take them off when you're eating, even if it's just a quick canapé or nosh, and they're forbidden at the dinner table. To take them off, you have to pull them finger by finger and then rest them on your lap underneath your napkin. Number 4. Facial hair faux pas. When Prince Harry showed up at a Remembrance Day parade event with a full-out beard while wearing his senior Blues and Royals officer uniform, some said he was violating British military law, even though he'd been long retired from service. According to the Daily Mail, as long as it's all neat and tidy, facial hair is okay. As it turns out, Harry's grandfather, Prince Philip, sported a beard while serving in the Royal Navy, and the Queen became besotted with him back in his beard-wearing heyday. However, Vanity Fair reported it's the Queen who isn't a fan of her grandson's hipster look. She said that she intensely dislikes facial hair and expects her grandson to remove it sooner rather than later, according to the Telegraph. Number 5. Hats on or off? It's no surprise the royal family likes their hats, and a stylish hat can steal the limelight. The Queen's closets must be filled with hat boxes, but it's not because she's a hat fanatic, it's plain old tradition. Up until the 1950s, ladies were very seldom seen without a hat, as it was not considered the thing for ladies to show their hair in public, said Diana Mather, a senior tutor for the English etiquette consultancy, according to the BBC. But all that has changed, and hats are now reserved for more formal occasions. Number 6. Stand out in a crowd. Queen Elizabeth is easy to spot in a crowd as she wears bright colors on every occasion, and that's on purpose. The Queen knows that the public is there to catch a glimpse of her, and those bright colored dresses and suits make her easy to find. She needs to stand out for people to be able to say, "I saw the Queen," daughter-in-law Sophie, Countess of Wessex, explained in a documentary. Don't forget that when she turns up somewhere, the crowds are 2, 3, 4, 10, and 15 deep, and someone wants to be able to say they saw a bit of the Queen's hat as she went past. Number 7. Pantyhose are a must. Pantyhose definitely make a comeback thanks to Duchess Kate and her barely there hosiery. According to Fortune's, sales of sheer nude pantyhose had a surge in popularity after her engagement announcement in 2010. Whether it's Kate's own fashion choice or a chill in the air, Harper's Bazaar confirms that the Queen expects all female family members and guests to keep their gams covered up in some type of tights. Number 8. No mini skirts allowed. The Queen is supposedly not a fan of the short skirt and made sure that her granddaughter in law, the lovely but much younger Kate, get her gams in line with longer hemlines for a trip to Australia. Knee length is what the Queen favors, and knee length is what Kate now wears. Number 9. Tiaras are not for every day. Playing dress up like a princess without a tiara would be like dressing up like a cowboy without the hat. But when it comes to being an actual princess, wearing a tiara isn't always a given. In fact, there are rules about who can wear a tiara and when you can strike a pose with a tiara on. According to Forbes in the past, it was the event and not the status of the wearer that signals whether or not tiaras will be worn. Usually, tiaras are worn at formal events. Etiquette expert Diana Mather tells the BBC. The old rule is that hats are never worn indoors after 6 p.m. because that is when the ladies change into evening dress and tiaras and the family jewels would come out. In addition, she explains that flashy diamonds and tiaras are not worn during the day and only married ladies wear tiaras. The Duchess of Cambridge did not wear a tiara until she was officially part of the royal family. And finally, number 10, for the boys. There might be a chill in the air or a rain cloud overhead, but little Prince George will still be wearing shorts. Harper's Bazaar explains that it's tradition to dress young royalty that are below the age of 8 in shorts. It's a very English thing to dress a young boy in shorts, etiquette expert William Hanson told the magazine. Trousers are for older boys and men, whereas shorts on young boys is one of those silent class markers that we have in England. Although times are slowly changing, a pair of trousers on a young boy is considered quite middle class or quite suburban, and no self-respecting aristo or royal would want to be considered suburban, even the Duchess of Cambridge.